Yeah. Okay, just gonna do a video. I need a new phone. My phone sucks, but it's still chugging along. I'm just making this video like on the fly because I'm waiting outside of my work because I got here a little early. I'm working doubles. I work 7 days a week. There are no days off, you feel me? So the point of this video is I feel more confident than ever that I will accomplish everything that I set out to do. And there was it's points of developing in mind, to where you come to certain realizations, and what you're capable of. And really that's endless, once you set your mind to it and commit to it, and you start to build, it will start to manifest on all levels. I'm getting to a point where I'm almost financially stable, and for the first time in a long time. And so that's big. And this whole time, like, I've still been training. I wanted to say something about, movement and fluidity. When you look at some of these guys, they are, and Conor McGregor has said this, like, they get obsessed with strength and conditioning, like they're gonna, be able to do so much, they can elevate so much with the strength and conditioning that, that will help them with fighting. And to be honest, that's just not the case, Example, Muhammad Ali didn't lift weights. He thought it would make him slow. And we know how Muhammad Ali turned out. That's not to say that you shouldn't lift weights, and I do. I feel like it's important to lift weights, especially like the power lifts, because it keeps your joints intact and it gives you a good solid like base for power and things like that. But the strength and conditioning is just an element, like just like an extra, Whereas, like, shadowboxing and, working on the skill is more important, And so for a while, my point is I had this idea that, I needed to get bigger and stronger. I'm looking at all these guys like, we're waiting for Ronaldo? Okay. It's okay. And Nick Diaz was watching a video of him, and he was yesterday, and he was like, yeah, these guys are oaky. He calls them oaky. Like, they're just like thick, like oaks, like oak trees, whereas like me and the Diaz brothers, we're kind of more narrow guys, you don't see them bench pressing and doing a whole bunch of other goofy shit, but they always win their fights, especially now that USADA's around and guys can't power through on steroids, And so it's about skill, and I had this idea that I needed to change who I was or change who I am in order to be able to compete. And it's right and it's wrong at the same time. Like, I don't need to change my whole frame and my whole body, I just need to develop in the arts, and I've been doing that significantly over this past 9 months, 10 months. Me and Vinny have really been in the trenches and going at it. There's something to be said about always taking the hard rounds, always showing up, being consistent, listening, learning, focusing, paying attention, that each little element, it will give you X amount of an advantage in that moment, and those moments add up into who you are come fight time. They just don't move very well. They just don't move very well. And playing football and lacrosse and soccer and karate and basketball and everything growing up, is paying off because I'm a true athlete. And that's something that's developed over a lifetime. And, for a lot of these guys who've just been grappling and, started hitting the bag, it's too late. It's too late. And so, got a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up here in about 4 weeks. I'm trying to get my finances in order real quick. That's all my focus has been on, is just stabilizing financially, so that's out of the back of my head. I don't have to worry about that at all, And then when the jiu-jitsu tournament, continue to train and take a fight after that. One of the guys that I talked to, he's an older cat. I was like, "What do you think about amateurs? Should I take a lot of amateur fights before I go pro?" He's like, "Nah." He's like, "It's the same. You know what I'm saying? Get paid." He's like, "What are you doing? Get paid. Fuck all that. The level's really not all that different. Until you start getting up to top ranked people in the world, and that's what I'm training for. I'm not training for amateurs. So, but I'll take another amateur just to be sure, and just to deal with the moment, and then we'll go from there. The jiu-jitsu tournaments have been helping because it amps up the energy, and even just sitting here and thinking about it, start sweating a little bit. But that's good. Yeah, so we will accomplish everything we set out to do, and it will happen right when it's supposed to happen. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. These guys get obsessed with strength and conditioning. Diaz was like, I'm the only one making times on triathlons and improving times. That's real fitness, that's real fitness. Everything else is just okie doke shit. So, but yeah, stay tuned. I'm here at work. I'm about to go in. All right, peace.